Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jaya Paramakaruna Jaya Nitai Gora Chandra Jaya Paramakaruna Jaya Nitai Gora Chandra
Parama Karuna Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra Jaya Parama Karuna Jaya Gaura Chandra
Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram
Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Vrindavanara
Jaya Sitaram 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 Jaya Sitaram
Jaya Sitaram Jaya Sitaram Sitaram Jaya Sitaram
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya
Prabhupada
Prabhupada
Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai Shri Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai Hare Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna.
So we want to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you for being here with us this morning for special satsang, special Sunday Love Feast. As you know, everyone is aware, it's the auspicious season of Navratri. Well, just a few days ago, also last week, we concluded, 1 month of Ramadan festivities, and then immediately, at the end of Ramadan, Navratri begins, and then at the end of Navratri, on Tuesday, we will be observing Sri Ramanavami, the most glorious advents of Lord Sri Ramachandra. So I remember some years ago, many years ago, there are different times of the year like this in the Hare Krishna movement, especially if you live in the temples like Cyrus Prabhu and others. When you live in a temple, you get the full blows. When we say full blows, it means the full experience. 110%. You're part of all the programs, all the festivals. So, devotees are mentioning that actually every day in the Hare Krishna movement it's a festival. And it might sound strange, but actually if you take a look at the Vaishnava calendar, almost every day is an auspicious day. Ekadasi, Ram Navami, Gaur Purnima, appearances and disappearances of acharyas, and so many auspicious days, to live a wonderful, Krishna conscious lifestyle. You cannot get boring. If there is one thing in this Hare Krishna movement, is that you cannot get boring so easily. If you do get bored, then I will tell you why. It's because you're staying away from the Devotees Association. Right? So you can think about it. But nevertheless, we are very happy and to have your presence, your association this morning, and we do hope through these programs we will be able to imbibe more and more into our daily practices. Also, we will be able to imbibe more the glories and the importance of chanting the holy names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare. Earlier this week, or I believe it's last week, I don't remember, but one of the morning classes we were having, and we were reading in one of the purports to Srimad Bhagavatam that Srila Prabhupada was mentioning actually this process, the path of Krishna consciousness, devotional service, is for everyone. And that was, was a very bold statement. This process is for everyone. And actually that's not just theory, it's practical, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in his 48 years he spent in India on this earthly planet, he propagated the chanting far and wide to any and everyone. He, along with his associates like Lord Nityananda, Srila Haridas Thakur. And then later on, in 1965, Srila Prabhupada, he distributed this gift of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is the holy names, to across the the different continents, across the world. He traveled Srila Prabhupada traveled only about 14 times in 12 years around the world. So who wants to take up that challenge? Not that only, that's not the only challenge. The next challenge is he was 70 plus years old when he was doing this. So, of course, we know Srila Prabhupada is Shaktivesh avatar. He's import personality sent directly by the Lord to spread the chanting. But at least from our end, we can be sincere recipients, and we can try to share amongst our own community here, our own village, so that if there is anyone, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, he says that if there's any shortage in this world, many of us think that, food shortage is a problem, money shortage is a problem, family shortage, all of these things. So Chaitanya Prabhu, later on we'll ask Chaitanya Guru Prabhu what is the meaning of family shortage. Maybe he's experiencing some of that. So nevertheless, there may be so many shortages, water shortages now in this country, and I don't have to tell you, you all will shout at me. There may be power shortages in this country, isn't that so? Right? So, so there's always these kind of things. But let me tell you, these are all temporary shortages. If there is any real shortage or need of something in this world, it's a need of God consciousness, a need of Krishna consciousness. And once we have that one thing in our lives, then everything else will be short. Every other shortages or every other need in our lives will be taken care of, including money, family, power, all these things, right? So welcome everyone. Those of you who are joining online, viewing the program online, we thank you for your online participation every week. Of course, we don't get to hear or see you, but we know that your prayers, your best wishes are with us. So we would like to invite His Grace Shankaranya Prabhu to lead us into a bhajan. So as we said, we are gearing up for Ram Navami, and the program today will be, we'll be hearing some bhajans and Ramayan Katha to gear up our consciousness to receive Sri Ramachandra, Lord Ramachandra on Tuesday. So Shankarana Prabhu will do a bhajan, Viva Harishesha, Aloka Pravesha. And we'd like to request Sanjay Prabhu to read the translation.
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Translation read as follows. The night has come to an end, and the light of dawn is entering. O Jiva, soul, arise and give up your sleep. Chant the holy names of Lord Hari, who is the giver of liberation, the enemy of the Mura demon, the supreme enjoyer, the all-attractive one, and the horse-headed incarnation Hare Krishna. Lord Hare Krishna incarnate as the half-man, half-lion Narasimha. He appeared as the dwarf Brahmana named Upendra and is the killer of the Madhu demon. He is the beloved son of the king of Braj, Nanda Maharaj, and is blackish in complexion. He is the slayer of the Putana witch and is the destroyer of the demon. Kaitaba, all glories to Lord Hari, who appeared as Lord Rama, the son of King Dasarath. He is the darling of Mother Yashoda, the giver of pleasure to the cows, land, and spiritual senses, and is the protector of the cows. He is the Lord of the Vrindavan forest, the gopis' beloved, the lover of Radhika, and the most beautiful personality in all the worlds. As Ramachandra, he brought about the end of the demoniac king, Ravana. As Krishna, he stole the older gopis' butter. He stole the younger gopis' clothes while they were bathed in Yamuna. He is the coward boy of Raj and is the protector of the coward boys. He steals the hearts of all and always holds a flute. Lord Krishna is worshipped by the best of yogis and is the son of Nanda. He removes all the fears of the inhabitants of Braj. He is the color of a fresh rain cloud, and his form is enchanting. When he wanders about playing his flute, he looks very charming. He is the son of Yashoda and the killer of King Kamsa, and he sports in the rasa dance among the groves of Braj. Krishna engaged in this rasa dance underneath the Kadamba tree, and he resides in the forest of Vrindavan. The sea of his devotees, he is the reservoir of all love and is the transcendental Cupid who used his flowered arrow to increase the loving desire of the gopis. He is the pleasure of the gopis' heart and the abode of all wonderful qualities. Lord Krishna is the life of the river Yamuna. He is always absorbed in the Amarna's pastime, and he is the moon of the gopis' minds, which are like the chakora birds that subsist only upon moonlight. O mind, obey these words of mine and sing the glories of Sri Krishna in the form of these holy names, which are full of nectarian mellows. Hare Krishna.
विभावरी शेष आलोक प्रवेश निद्रा छाड़ी उठ जीव विभावरी शेष आलोक प्रवेश निद्रा छाड़ी उठ जीव बोल हरे हरे मुकुंद मुरारे राम कृष्ण हयग्रीवा सिंह वामन श्रीमधुसूदन ब्रजेन्द्र नंदन श्याम
नरसिंह वामन श्रीमधुसूदन ब्रजेन्द्रनंदन श्याम
नरसिंह वामन श्रीमधुसूदन ब्रजेन्द्रनंदन श्याम
ब्रजेन्द्रनंदन श्रीमधुसूदन
ब्रजेन्द्रनंदन श्याम पूतना घातना कैटभ सातना जय दशरथि राम
पूतन गातन कैटभ सातन जय दशरथि राम
यशोदा दुलाल गोविंद गोपाल वृंदावन पुरंदर
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 गोपी प्रिय जना राधिका रमण भुवन सुंदर बारा
गोपी प्रिया जन राधिका रमण भुवन सुंदर बारा
रावण तंकरा माखन तस्करा गोपी जना वस्त्रहारी
रावणान्तकर मकन तस्कर गोपी जना वस्त्रहारी
ब्रजेर राखल गोप वृंद पाल चितहारी वंशी धारी
ब्रजेरा राखल गोपा वृंदाफल चितारी वंशी धारी
योगींद्र वंदन श्रीनंदनंदन ब्रजजन भय हारे
योगींद्र वंदन श्रीनंदनंदन ब्रजजन भय हारे
नवीन नीरद रूप मनोहर मोहन वंशी बिहारी
नवीन निरार रूप मनोहर मोहन वंशी बिहारी
यशोदानंदन कंस निषूदन निकुंज रास विलासी
यशोदानंदन कंस निषूदन निकुंज रास विलासी
कदम्ब कानन रस परायण वृंदाविपिन निवासी
कारंब काम
गोपांगनांगण चितो विनोदन समस्त गुणगण धाम
गोपांगना गण चिता विनोदन समस्त गुणगण धाम
जमुना जीवन केळी परायण मनस चंद्र चकोर
यमुना जीवन केली परायण मानस चंद्र चकोरा
नाम सुधारस गाओ कृष्ण जस राखो वचन मन मोर
नाम सुधारस गाओ कृष्ण जस राखो वचन मन मोरा
नाम सुधारस गाओ कृष्ण जस राखो वचन मन मोर
नाम सुधारस गाओ कृष्ण जस राखो वचन मन मोरा
दिवाबरी शेष आलोक प्रवेश निद्रा छाड़ी उठा जीवा
विवावरी शेष आलोक प्रवेश निद्रा चरी अतो जीवा
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान
जय सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान
जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान
जय सीताराम भक्त हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान
जय राम लखन जान के जय बोलो हनुमान के राम लखन जान के जय बोलो हनुमान राम लक्ष्मण जान की जय बोलो हनुमान के राम
लक्ष्मण जान की जय बोलो हनुमान की
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद Hare Krishna. So we can all do Mangala Charana prayers. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurudmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatyari Shatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Ramaya Rama Bhadraya Ramachandraya Virase Raghunataya Nataya Sitaya Pataya Namaha Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Hare Krishna, thank you very much. So we want to welcome each and every one of you once again. We also like to thank His Guru Shankar Prabhu for so beautifully singing the bhajan Viva Varishesha Aloka Pravesha. So within this bhajan, the author he makes mention of the different incarnations of Lord Krishna, and Lord Ramachandra is being mentioned as the son of King Dashrath and also the killer of the demon Ravana. So this morning, as we said, we will hear a little Ramayan Katha, and as you know, we prepare to observe Ram Navami on Tuesday. So there is one verse. Actually, the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra or the glories of Lord Ramachandra are being spoken by many personalities. Like for instance, Valmiki Muni, he would have compiled Ramayan, and many others. Tulsidas would have composed the Sri Ram Charitamanas and so forth. But within the Srimad Bhagavatam, the 9th canto, there is the Advent, the glories, and the pastimes. Summarize the message. It can be beneficial for all of us, for all of our upliftment. So I'll read the Sanskrit to the verse and then read the translation. Guruva arte tyaktva rajyo vyacharat anuvam padma padbyam priyaya pani sparshaksham bayam mrijita patarujoyo harindra anubhajyam vai rupyak churpanakyaha priyaviraha Rusaro pita bruvidrimma Trastad bir bhadha setuhu Kaladavadhanaha Koshalindro avatannaha. So the translation: to keep the promise of his father intact, Lord Ramachandra immediately gave up the position of king and, accompanied by his wife, Mother Sita, wandered from one forest to another on his lotus feet, which were so delicate that they were unable to bear even the touch of Sita's palms. The Lord was also accompanied by Hanuman, or by another monkey soldier, Sugriva, the king of the monkeys, and by his own younger brother, Lord Lakshman, both of whom give him relief from the fatigue of wandering in the forest. And ears of Surpanaka, thus disfiguring her, the Lord was separated from Mother Sita. He therefore became angry, moving his eyebrows, and thus frightening the ocean, who then allowed the Lord to construct a bridge to cross the ocean. Subsequently, the Lord entered the kingdom of Ravana to kill him, like a fire devouring a forest. May that Supreme Lord, Sri Ramachandra, give us all protection. So isn't that a wonderful shloka, a wonderful verse? Because we see, and it gives a good summary of all the major activities, the major events that unfolded in the Lord's pastimes, in Lord Ramachandra time on the earthly planet. So now we will hear a few pastimes, and from the Ayodhya Khan. So last week, Sunday, we were at Sanjay Prabhu's residence, and we were having a Ramayan program there. And there we would have heard of the pastime of, Mantra influencing Marakaike, and what we can all grasp from that whole episode. So today also we will focus a little on this Ayodhya Khan, but further than that, after Mantara and Kaikeyi, after that whole scene, Kaikeyi disclosed her desire to King Dashrath. Dashrath Maharaj relayed this to Lord Ramachandra, and as everything was set for the coronation, for Sri Ram to be coronated. So after all of that would have passed, it came to the time where Sri Ram, Sita and Lakshman had to leave Ayodhya to go to the forest for how many years of exile? 2 years of exile, correct? How many? 14. So bear in mind, I like to ask questions also. So you have to be, it means you have to pay attention. Otherwise, if I ask you questions and you can't answer, especially if it's something that we should be aware of, then it means no lunch prasad. Fair enough? These pros saying Haribol also, Look how they're agreeing wrongfully, they're agreeing with me. They're saying Haribol. Anything, as far as it goes, as far as I know, anything concerns prasadam, they just hear prasad and go Haribol. Haribol, not even hearing properly, understand what I mean. So learning is based on the classes and the books that was given by His Grace Shobha Vilas Prabhu. So Shobha Vilas Prabhu, one of his main service over the years would have been, to go deeper in the Ramayana and presents real life lessons from the teachings and from the stories of Ramayana. So Srila Vilas Prabhu is a member of the Hare Krishna movement. He's a spiritual mentor and coach who resides in India, in Chowpatty. So fortunately, by him, we are doing a little advertisement also, that fortunately for us, we have some of his books at the temple here on sale. He have a whole collection of books on the Ramayana, and these books are very, very nice. All the pastimes are explained. There are like 5 different editions, 5 parts of Ramayana, Katha being narrated in these books, and also, very nice lessons that we can grasp. So it is said that in the Ramayana, the story of the Ramayana, actually it has one main mood or one main rasa. So rasa means mellow, right? Taste. One main taste, it is called Karuna rasa, right? So Ramayana is full of Karuna rasa because Karuna means compassion. Because if you examine many of the pastimes, a lot of emotions are flowing, a lot of compassion is flowing, especially from the words, the dealings of Sri Ramachandra and his brothers, Maharaj Dashrath and so forth. Also, we can reflect that Sri Ram, appearing in the Treta Yoga, why he is, appearing in this, why the Lord is appearing as Sri Ramachandra. It is important for us to know that. It is because he wants to demonstrate to each and every one of us how we can live as a perfect human being. And he demonstrated, through his personality as Maryada Purushottam, he demonstrated how one can be the best son, the best brother, the best husband, the best of friend, etc., etc. So this morning we would like to focus our attention a little on the section of Ramayana where Sri Ram, Mother Sita, Lakshman, they're leaving Ayodhya and they're going on exile, and what transpired during their journey. So we can all think about it like we are all going through a journey right now. What is the journey that we are all going through? Life. We are going through a journey called life. We may be going through many other journeys. We have to go through a journey to come to the temple, to go home back. But actually we are all going through the journey of life, and many things will happen, from our birth and to the last day of our life. So as the 3 personalities, as how they were about to leave, what was the setting? The setting was there was a chariot, and Sri Ram, Lakshman, Mother Sita, they were on this chariot. The driver of the chariot was named Sumantra, and slowly he started to leave Ayodhya. Bear in mind, Ayodhya was a very huge complex. It's a city, and many thousands of people were gathered there. No one was in their homes. Everyone, the ministers, the servants, maid servants, everyone in this royal city were out there and by the gate, and coming to the exit gate where to give their regards. Actually, more than regards is that they were very pained. They were suffering because to know that they're going to miss their Lord, they're going to miss Lord Ramachandra in Ayodhya. It's like Ayodhya doesn't exist anymore for them. It wouldn't be the same place again. And for him to leave for 14 years, that's not 1 or 2 nights. That's a very long time. So they were very sad because they're going to miss him, because he's no longer going to be the king of Ayodhya. He's no longer going to be coronated as was planned. Everything changed within a short time. And isn't that the situation in our lives? Many times we expect that things should go in a straight line. Many of us, our perception of life is that our life should go in a straight line. There should not be no ups or downs. But that's not the case. The reality is that ups and downs always come. And this was one up. I don't know if you want to say it's an up or a down, that was happening in Ayodhya at this time. That the residents, they were very sad because the Lord and his associates are going to leave for a very long time, and this was beyond their expectation. This is what they were not prepared for this, but it was happening. So everyone was, they were coming and as if they wanted to go with him to the forest. They were walking, the children, the elders, the youngsters, everyone was out there in the pathways of Ayodhya, and walking as the horses were pulling the chariots out to the gate. And many of them were crying. The young boys and girls, they were trying to come on the chariot or come closer to the chariot. Whereas the elders who couldn't walk so fast, and you can imagine so many thousands of people gathered together. So I'll give you an example, is that in Guyana, we don't have that experience as yet, right, of mingling or being in the presence of thousands of people. But I will tell you what, if you go to India, and you go certain time or certain places or certain time of the year, and you can ask Harish Prabhu, he is here, he has full experience of that. Certain temples, you go, like even now maybe if you go to Ayodhya Mandir, the new Ayodhya Mandir, you don't have to walk. You just have to be in the crowd, and the movement of the crowd will push you along. That's how you move. You don't move by your own self, right? So the elders were struggling because they could not have walked so fast to keep up with the chariot. So what they started to do, they started to shout at the horses, to tell the horses, let them stop, turn around and come back. Let the horses don't take away their most beloved, Sri Ram. So in this way, different people, children, adults, and even elders express their sentiments, their feelings in different ways. And knowing that, this is what is happening, they could not have believed what is happening. And everyone was flowing. It's like, the Ganges River, or any river, as a matter of fact, how the water flows through a river. It is said that the way people were moving, it was like a river flowing behind the chariot of the Lord. And this river was not full of fresh water. The water was salt. How it was salted? It was salted with the tears of people who were crying. So many parts of the Ramayana, a lot of tears are being shed. And I have friends here, I must tell you, that I have friends here sitting amongst you that who like to watch the Ramayana in the evening before around bedtime. And every night when they watch the Ramayana, the videos, they have to have rolls and rolls of bounty tissue to absorb their tears. That's how emotional it is, this Ramayana, even after millenniums or thousands of years, that people up to now, they can watch and they can hear the pastimes of the Lord, and they will shed tears like rivers, right? Yes, don't doubt me. You can find out for yourself that people up to this day, they watch the Ramayana and they cry and they shed tears more than anything. So when Lord Ramachandra, he saw that all these people were walking, especially the elders, they were walking and they were screaming and they were shouting. He felt that, who am I, to be on this chariot, to take a ride, to be driven. I should come down and walk with these people also. These are my people, and it doesn't look good. I'm a youngster, and these older folks, they have to walk in the sun. So he stepped down from his chariot, and he was walking along with them. And he let the chariot go ahead. The horses and the chariot, went ahead. And he was walking. They walked out of Ayodhya. When I say out of Ayodhya, the gate of the kingdom. And, they were walking further and further. So the fact that the Lord, he stepped down from his chariot, there are many significances of that. And one of the things is that he was very sensitive to his people. He was very sensitive in how he didn't want to wait until these people couldn't have walked anymore and then come down to meet them. But he, he came down and he was with them, walking with them. So that is very important, that sometimes, we are in situations which requires that to us, to step down from where we are and reach people where they are, right? Not just to use our position and abuse that or take advantage of others, especially seniors or elders to us who are, they are worthy of our respects, of our blessing, of our service. So everyone, they walked for 8 miles that day. And bear in mind, in those days, walking was a lifestyle. It was not a part-time something. Walking was, part ingrained in people's life. So they walk along with the Lord for an entire day, basically, for 8 long miles. And they came upon this river. It's called the Tamasa River. And this river, that point was like the end point of the district of Ayodhya. Actually, Ayodhya was bordered by this river, the Tamasa River. And it was like a wall to the kingdom, to the city of Ayodhya. So it was getting late, and 8 miles within a day was not too long. If you actually check it, it's not too far. So it is said that nature actually was trying to slow down the Lord and, to residents more time in his association. So it came upon, night came, night came, and they decided to settle by the bank of this river to spend the night there. And that evening, Sri Ram, he utilized his time to actually, along the banks of the rivers, in India, great saints and sages, they have their hermitages or their cottages. They reside there, and they do their bhajan, their meditation. They do conduct their spiritual life there. So the Lord, he utilized his opportunity that evening to sit and hear from some of the sages who were gathered there. And that is something that we all should do more. I will say do more. And I will tell you why we should do that. We should sit and hear more of Hari Katha, Krishna Katha, Ram's Katha. So he utilized the opportunity, the time, and this was just his first evening. He could have been felt differently. The Lord, he could have felt different. Why? Because you just imagine what just occurred in Ayodhya. Just recall that he was supposed to be the king. He was supposed to be coronated as the king of this, of the world, of Ayodhya. But all of a sudden, this completely changed. Whereas he and his family, they have to embark on a journey to go for exile 14 years. Now, he could have felt very dejected. He could have felt very, very bad because of Kaikeyi's instruction and request to Dashrath Maharaj. He could have criticized and point fingers and played a blame game. But no, he didn't choose to do that. Importantly, he chose to use his time. Thank you very much. To use his time, to hear from great personalities. And it is said that when we are faced with negative situations like these, like what was happening in Ayodhya, basically, what should we do? We should take lessons from an eagle. So what an eagle does, when an eagle is attacked by a lot of vultures, right? When an eagle is attacked, the eagle does not try to fight with these vultures. Rather, the eagle, he tries to go higher, to fly higher. If he tries to fight with a bunch of vultures, he might not be successful. But he flies higher in the sky. He goes to higher altitude, and he's able to win them. They can't reach him. They can only reach to a certain height, but he can fly higher than them. So in a similar way, we all, whenever we are faced with certain negative situations, rather than to try to find a solution or solve the problem, let us try to rise our perception, rise our consciousness to deal with it. And that is what Sri Ram did. He didn't choose to navigate or remain to actually reminisce on all the negatives that happened, but he chose to actually go above that and look at the positives. Actually, before he left Ayodhya, he went to meet Mother Kaikeyi, who was the one who actually made this request for his exile. And what he told her, thank you very much, that you have now made it possible that before I become a king, I should understand certain things. I should have certain experiences. I should have knowledge and experience. And by you giving me the opportunity to go to the forest, I'll be able to sit with the sages and hear from them and become wise and become learned in scriptures, and I will hear realizations from them. So you just see what that means. What was his mood and how he was thinking. He wasn't thinking about losing that position. He wasn't feeling insecure. He was thinking that this great learning will come out of this whole experience. So from any scriptures, if we read scriptures, we can gain knowledge. But when we sit and hear from great personalities like Srila Prabhupada and other acharyas, within our difference between wisdom or realization from knowledge. Knowledge is theoretical, but wisdom or realization means that someone who have, they have practiced, they have put this knowledge into practice in their life, and then they tell you what that means. So Sri Ramachandra, he wants to get a taste of that, and that is a lesson for us. So Srila Prabhupada actually created this society. One of the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada in creating this society is to create a society whereby each and every one of us get the opportunity to hear attentively the message of Sri Krishna, the message of Sri Ram. Because by hearing, that alone will help us to perfect our lives. So there is a beautiful story in relation to hearing. Once, a man, he went to a village, as he never went to this village before. But when he got there, the first thing that his eyes caught or got attended to was a burial ground, a cemetery. So he happened to, out of curiosity, he went to this cemetery and he was examining the tombs that were present there. So, to his surprise, all the tombs that were there, that tombs would usually have the label, the person's name, their DOB, their DOD, and probably their age and so forth, their sunrise, sunset. This man saw that every tomb that he went to, he saw 8 years, 10 years, 6 years, 16 years, 18 years, 20 years. He didn't see any age of a person that passed away beyond 20 years. And he was looking. Do you mean to say that everyone in this village die young? Do you mean to say that there are no one in this village who will become 30 years, who will reach 45 years, who will reach 70 years in their life? So he happened to spend a few days in this village, and what happened is that the people were very welcoming. They were very hospitable. They treated him nicely. They gave him nice food. They gaffed with him, and they treat him like a family, basically. So he had this question in mind to ask someone in the village here that, why is it that in your cemetery, in your burial ground, no elder person has passed away. Is there no elder people in this village? Oh, and the villagers thought that, oh, you're asking that question. Actually, in this village, we have a little tradition. We have a little secret philosophy in this village that year, that age that you are seeing there is not there, is not, I will tell you what the age represents or what those years represent. So they were explaining to him that the culture in this village is that every member of the family, every single day, they have a diary in their home. And every evening before they go to bed, they'll write down in this diary how much hours or how much minutes they spend hearing about the Lord. All right? They will note down that quantity, that number in their notebook. So when that person give up his body, the family members will tally up those numbers. Like Chaitya Guru Prabhu here, he is excellent and he likes to mingle with numbers. Right? So they will tally up these numbers, and if a person lived for 60 years and the time that he spent hearing about the Lord, it adds up to 2 years, then the age that will be inscribed on the tomb is 2 years. If he hears if that number adds up to 20 years, that is when it is going to be placed on a tomb. So they told this man that actually that age that you are seeing actually represents how much years this person actually lived. One is that how much years they, the age represents how much they hear, about the Lord, and also, how much good actions they perform basically in their life. So isn't that amazing? Something for us to think about, that we should spend more time hearing rather than more time to what we will say Grammy Katha. You know what is Grammy Katha in the villages? If you don't know, go to Google. He'll give you the answer. Or you can find out from the older Matajis and Prabhus here, they will tell you. So, moving on, coming back to the pastime. As I said, Sri Ram, he listened Katha from the sages. Then it was getting late. It was time to take rest. This was their first night out of Ayodhya. And Lakshman, he prepared the green grass mat for Ram and Sita to rest on. So they went to rest, and the chariot drivers, Sumantra and Lakshman, they were left awake. And they decided, they're going to reflect. Lakshman especially, he wanted to reflect what transpired today. Actually, today is a lot of things happened today, and he wanted to reflect and share that with Sumantra, the driver. So he was reflecting that earlier up on a day, he went to his mother's palace, his mother's room. So Lakshman's mother's name is Sumantra. He went there to meet his mother before going to the forest. So interestingly, he was telling how that what was his mother's response to this whole thing. He was very astonished because he didn't expect that this is how his mother is going to react. He thought that his mother would not allow him to go, because how can you separate a mother's love for a son? It's not separate, it's inseparable, if you want to put it like that. If there is something that calls force that separates a mother and a son, or a child and a parent, then you can pretty much say that that is like illegal, right? That shouldn't have happened, because you can't separate the strong bond and love that exists from a mother to a son. So she told Lakshman that, since the time I ate that immortal sweet rice, so she is reflecting a flashback. She's reflecting since the time that the process that she and the other queens went through to have Lakshman and the other brothers as their sons. So she said that today her desire fulfilled, because her two sons, Lakshman and Shatrugna, they are going to be servants. They are full-time servants from today onwards. Lakshman will be servant to Sri Ram, and Shatrugna will be servant to Bharat. And that is the greatest thing for me, that my sons become servants to the Lord. Not only that, she told Lakshman that from today onwards, your Pita is Ram, your Mata is Mother Sita, your Ayodhya is the forest, right? And your happiness lies in the happiness of the couple, Sri Ram and Mother Sita. That your happiness, it means that to the degree that you render service to them and they are pleased, to that degree you will be happy, basically. And Lakshman was you cannot imagine how surprised he was, that he thought that his mother would have broke down and really, go take this whole thing in a very negative way. That, why are you going to the forest? What will happen to the kingdom? What will happen to me? What will happen to your wife? And all this thing. But note very carefully the response of Mother Sumintra. From her dealings, from her instructions to Lakshman, we can learn that we should not compromise our duty over our love for someone. She did not, just because of her love for Lakshman, for her own sons, she did not allow that to overstep the duty or the service that is required from Lakshman to serve the Lord. So let us all think about this, that even though we may love someone, when it comes to performing service, or that person's executing his duty, his or her duty, we should see that actually duty or service transcends love at that point in time. So she was convinced of that. Sumintra was convinced of that. Later, that same morning, Lakshman went to greet and meet his wife, Urmila Devi. And it was even a bigger surprise for him. Because you know what? He was prepared in his mind. He had all the words and all the dialogues, all the points to try to convince her that you stay here in Ayodhya and I will go with Ram. Because to him, Urmila would not allow him to go. And if he has to go, then she would want to come with him, right? That was what he was thinking. When he entered the villa, the home of his home, where Urmila was, she was doing a painting. There are many ways to deal with problems in life. And one of the easiest way is to ignore the problem, as if the problem doesn't exist. There is an analogy that there's a kind of bird, whenever the bird sees danger, it goes and ducks its head under the sand. But the head goes under the sand, but with the body out. How can you be protected? So, Urmila Devi, she was painting, doing a big painting. And what she was painting, she was painting the portrait of Sri Ram and Mother Sita being on the throne, being the king and queen of Ayodhya. She didn't get the news as yet. Lakshman brought the news to her that actually before he told her, something else happened. As soon as he entered in a very aggressive way. By nature, he is the most aggressive one among the four brothers. So he entered, and an accident occurred whereby Urmila also, she happened to hit down the paint can, and the paint that was on the table spilled and messed the entire painting that she was working on. And she was confused. Not only that, Lakshman told her, give her the bad news, that Ram is not going to be coronated, he's going to go to exile today. And this painting that you're doing here, don't be too much worried. You have 14 years to complete it, right? So just imagine what that will do to her, basically. So they talked, and she was mentioning to him, now that she understood that, he's going to leave her there, what was her reaction? So she was reflecting that actually my duty as a wife to you is to please you, right? And I also need to understand your mood. The duty, one of the responsibility of the wife is to understand the mood of the husband, because if she can do that, then both persons will synchronize, right? The relationship will flow smoothly. So she was prepared. She was telling him that I do not want to interrupt your duty towards Sri Ram, that I am ready to sacrifice our relationship. I am ready to sacrifice my service to you so that you can perform your service as a husband, as a servant. So in other words, she's telling him that you should go with Ram and serve Ram. And by doing that, I am also, my service will be there as well. Because if I tell you, or if I stop you from going with Sri Ram, it means that I am preventing you to perform your duty, that's not the case. It's like in this process, we are being taught that at times you have to break a lower principle for a higher principle, right? And I'll give you an example. An example is that it is in scriptures, it is mentioned, if a pujari is worshiping the Lord on the altar, no one is in the temple, and a guest comes up here for darshan. Before the guest leaves, even if the arati is continuing, the pujari is supposed to leave the arati halfway, come off the altar, deal with the guests, and then come back and continue the arati. Right? Does that make sense? But that is scriptures is saying that like that. Nectar of devotion is saying like that. That's an example of the guest becomes more important at the time, more than the Lord's service, because this is the Lord's home, and the Lord's like to see when his guests are taken care of nicely. Coming back to this incident, she was ready to allow Lakshman to go. She understood the mood of her husband. She also understood the need of the hour that Lakshman is required for service. And in that way, she will cope. She will remain in Ayodhya, and she will continue her duties. But she will continue her duties in separation from him as her husband. So it is very important for us to understand that when we are serving, or when we are when we are doing things for others, we should try to understand, or try to know that whenever we serve others, what is the goal? The goal of service is to please the object, to please the person that we are serving. If I ask you, for a glass of water, but you bring me a glass of maybe what? A glass of Coca-Cola, right? Then, yes, you're bringing something to please the person. You're bringing something to quench the thirst of the person, but you're not exactly pleasing the person. So the idea is that as we all are servants, we are all trying to be servants in this mission, servants of the Lord. Whenever we are asked to serve others, our friends, our relatives, our families, our own devotees, we have to please, not just do the action, but do it in such a way that is pleasing to the individual, pleasing to our Guru. And in Krishna consciousness, the criteria for advancement It's not how much service we do. It's not how much japa we chant. It's the quality of service. It's the attitude behind the action, our service attitude. So Urmila, she was very conscious of this, and she exemplified this. She understood the mood, and she applied that in this situation. Moving on, so we'll spend maybe another 5 minutes, and then we'll conclude. We'll go for the arti. So it is. So actually, Lakshman, he was very surprised. He was even more surprised now that by the response of his own wife, because he thought that he has to use sleep. The goddess of sleep, she is called Nidra Devi. She came, on the scene. She came to greet Lakshman in the middle of the night. And she told Lakshman that, I came now to serve you. That you have performed so much service, and you must be very tired, and that you should go to sleep now. I am, controller of sleep. So Lakshman told her, no way. I have already taken a boon that for the next 14 years, I have already taken a boon that for the next 14 years, I am not going to sleep. I'll remain awake day, night, sun, rain, whatever you name it, to serve Sri Ram and Mother Sita. And he did that. But he directed this service to his wife. What he did, he told Nidra Devi that, I will not reject your service, but please, whatever quota of sleep you have for me, please give that to my wife. She will accept this service on my behalf. So basically in Ayodhya, Urmila Devi, she was sleeping during the day during the night for herself, and she slept during the day for Lakshman. And you can see that there is synchronization, that there is actually the two personalities, Lakshman and Urmila, despite they were distant apart mentally or in terms of service, they were together. They were synchronized. And actually in Krishna consciousness, service and separation is being regarded and is being talked about as the highest level of service. Srila Prabhupada, a modern day spiritualist, Acharya, who walked among our time, what he did, he left Vrindavan, the spiritual world, at the age of 70. He left the land of Krishna, the playground of Krishna. He left that to journey on a cargo ship for 35 days from Bombay to New York City at the age of 70 years to spread the message of God, to spread the teachings of Krishna consciousness, right? He left all of that. He left all of that. So the idea is that when you reach such an age, you want to retire. You want, especially if you are, you want to enhance, you want to dedicate more of your time for your spiritual life. That is what the older folks, the Vanaprasthas, and as people age in God consciousness, they give more time, to do more bhajan, to remain in one place. But no, Srila Prabhupada, he sacrificed all of that for a higher purpose. He wants to serve the Lord in separation. He came to the West and spread the teachings, which we are all beneficiary today. Whatever we have here today in the Hare Krishna movement was handed down, is being, gifted to us by Srila Prabhupada, to whom we owe eternally. Similarly, so we are talking about Lakshman. He rejected the sleep, because having to sleep means take away service time. I'm not saying for you Prabhus to try that. There are some Prabhus in front who might be thinking, well, Vidur Prabhu might be thinking, well, I can try that. I live in a temple. let me try Arjun. I will try 24 hours. I'll render. I will tell Nidra Devi that, you don't come to me. You can go to Navin instead, right? But no, it's not practical for us to imitate that. But the point is being emphasized how important it is, service is, and how, especially when we are separated from our gurus, we don't have the physical presence of Srila Prabhupada with us. We don't have the physical presence of the Lord, but it is our duty to render our services. Despite these factors might not be there, right? We can render our service in separation. The gopis in the spiritual world, service in separation, that is the greatest thing for them. They think about Krishna constantly. They remember the Lord always, when the Lord is absent, right? In the absence of the Lord. So you can see that there are many, many lessons from every single dialogue in the Ramayana. But it's just for us to take the time and to dive deeper. The more we dive, the deeper we dive, the more nectar, the more lessons. The more nectar we will be able to relish, the more lessons we will be able to add up in our lives. And that is when our lives really and truly become meaningful. When we can reflect on these teachings, on the examples from Ramayana, Mahabharata, Krishna Leela, when we can reflect on these pastimes, and when we can try to grasp some simple lessons, implement that in our lives to improve our own quality of life, our own dealings with others in our life, then that is real progress, right? That is real progress in our life. That means that is real perfection. It means that we are marching towards a life of perfection. So I would like to pause here to conclude here for this morning. We do hope that this little message that you can grasp and you can understand a little more. And Ramayana is it's very expansive. There's so much knowledge, there's so much lessons. It's unlimited. You can reach the breadth and depths of it. But as I said, what we can try to do, imbibe little small drops into our lives, and that will make our lives successful. So as we are gearing up from Ram Navami on Tuesday, we like to encourage each and every one of you to take full opportunity and to remember, to read, to hear, to serve. That is the most glorious thing we can do as we remember, as we celebrate the advent of Sri Ramachandra. Thank you very much. Sri Ramachandra ki jai, Sri Ramayan ki jai. Hare Krishna. Everyone, you can please stand and come forward for Artik to the Lordships. Jaya Paramakaruna Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra Jaya Paramakaruna Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra Gaura Chandra Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Sitaram Jaya Sitaram Sitaram Jaya Sitaram. Jai Shri Paramakaranitai Gaura Chandra Ki Jai.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashachare Shatarini. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Parama Karuna, Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra, Jaya Parama Karuna, Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra, Jaya Parama Karuna, Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra, Jaya Parama Karuna, Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra. Jaya Sitaram, 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 Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram, 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 Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram, 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 Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram, 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 Jaya Sitaram. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Shri Parama Karuna Nitai Gaur Chandra Ki Jai.
Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivijagacharya Statara Sadashishimad. His Divine Grace is Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Iskcon BBT founder Acharya His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivijagacharya Statara Sadashishimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Thakur ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Sham Kunarada Kunagir Govardhan ki. Shri Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki. Shri Purusham Shesh Jagannath Puri Dham ki. Shri Navdvip Mayapur Dham ki. Shri Ayodhya Dham ki. Gangamaya Jamunamaya ki. Bhakti Devi ki. Srimati Tulsidev Maharani ki. Shri Gadar Maharinam Sankirtan ki. Srila Prabhupada's Transcendental Books Distribution ki. Brihat Mardanga ki. Shri Shri Paramakarnitai Gaur Chandra ki jai. Shri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki. Shri Maryada Purushottamashita Shri Ramachandra ki. Most glorious advent of Shri Ram ki jai. Shri Ram Navami 2025 ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembly of devotees. All glories to the assembly of devotees. All glories to the assembly of devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminati Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavare Pashachare Shatarine.
Hiranyakashipur Vakshaha Shilatanka Nakadaine Ito Nashimha Parato Nashimha Yato Yato Yamitato Nashimha Sahe Nashimha Ridahe Nashimha Nashinga Madem Charanam Prapade Tava Kama Kamaravade Naka Abhuta Shimha Talita Hiranyakashipu Tanabringa Geshavadita Narahare Rupa Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Rava Kama Kama Ravade Naka Abhuta Shimha Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanabringa Keshavadita Nara Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadita Narahare Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadita Narahare Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nashim Hare Nashim Hare Narasimhadev, Jaya Narasimhadev. Narasimhadev, Narasimhadev, Jaya Narasimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya. Prahlad Maharaj. Sringadev Bhagwan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki. Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So you can take your seat, if even on the floor. Just a few announcements. So to begin with, we, on behalf of the beautiful Lordship, Sri Sri Padma Karuna Nitai Gauri Chandra, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the devotees of Hare Krishna Study Center, would like to thank each and every one of you for being here this morning for our wonderful program. Please give yourself some appreciation. Okay, and like I always like to do, look to the person at your left and look at the person at your right and say, thank you for coming. Please come next week. So there's no one to my left and there's no one to my right. Thank you very much. Also, we like to thank all the devotees who have been, who did came early to assist in preparing, especially the garland makers, the pujari. The pujari did a wonderful job today. Let's show some appreciation for the pujaris. The garland makers, please continue. Yeah, show some appreciation, encouragement. Also the kirtaneers, the boys, show some appreciation, so encourage them. Also, we like to thank those devotees who are not in the congregation here. They're in the kitchen. Radhakishore Prabhu and his Partha Prabhu and his team. They have been on it from since time God knows. All right? So these devotees in the kitchen, during this Navratri season, the temple is embarked on a fundraising activities. So those who like to assist in any way, shape, or form can please do so. And these devotees from early in the morning, late in the night, they will be preparing in the kitchen. So when we go down today, we honor in prasadam. Please share a thought, chant one Maha. Let us all, matter of fact, let us all chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for all of them. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So today's feast is being sponsored. Okay, before that, let me call on Krishna Prabhu, the father of Satyanand Prabhu. Please come forward. And also the mother of Satyanand Prabhu, T. Ramrati. Please come forward. Come in front of the temple here, please. So these are the parents of Sachisutta Das. So when you see Sachisutta Das, you don't have to know. There's a saying that the fruits don't fall far from the tree, right? So these are wonderful personalities. These are the Mataji and Prabhu here. They are the parents of Sachisutta Prabhu. And Sachisutta Prabhu was given the pastime in Ramayana when Lakshman went to his mother and was seeking the blessing and permission to go serve Ram. I think Mataji here will give you the pastime when when the management here took Sachi away from them. Maybe I don't know how they will forgive us. I don't know if there's anything in their heart, anything we can do. We cannot do that. We take their son, the most cherished son, away from them, bring them into the ashram, and he was being here for all these years, and he never go back home. When you see Sachisutta Prabhu, he's following the path of Lakshmanji. So when we see him, and he don't sleep also. This is the amazing thing. He don't sleep. Any hour you call on Sachi, pertaining to temple and administration, he's there. whatever, any service or anyway, he's there. So I don't know who sleep, if it's he sleep or any other person sleep, all right? But they follow in the footsteps very nicely. And Mataji here and Prabhu, we may not see them, but they always engage in service of the Lordship. Sri Sri Padma Karuna Nitai Gaurachandra. And Mataji and Prabhu, as you are celebrating your 40th wedding anniversary, it's a blessing on behalf of the beautiful Lordship, Srila Prabhupada, the management and devotees of the temple. We congratulate both of you for this achievement. And it's not easy to stay together for 40 years. Please continue to do so. Continue to be an inspiration to all of us. And maybe you can tell us what is it that keep both of you for 40 years together. And for that, we will chant one Maha Mantra for the best wishes, the congratulation, and also, okay, yes, the father will garland the mother will garland the father. Yeah, you can do it. Go ahead. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, that was beautifully done. So thank you very much, Mataji. And the feast today is sponsored in honor of the 40th wedding anniversary. So, yeah, you can take your seat. Also in our midst here, they invited some family. The family member, I can see Big Mamu here. When we see Mamu Das, so then we see another Big Mamu here, the brother of Aji. The brother of Aji is also here, some family members. You all are welcome. And Big Mamu, I could remember we had a program at Sachi Parents Them, and this speedboat was going across the river. And Mataji and Prabhu here, along with Mayapur Prabhu, was in that boat. And the boat was taking a dip in the middle of the creek. They were shouting, I don't know what they call this, remember, of Garuda pastime. Garuda pastime, a Gajendra pastime. They were in the water, and no other thing they was calling out on Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And the devotees, Sachi's dad, myself and Sachi, we take canoe and go, and maybe that was Krishna arrangement. So the point here, Prabhu, is that we are very happy to have you with us, both you and Mataji and the rest of the family. We're happy to have all of you with us celebrating this wonderful occasion, not only to this Srila Prabhupada Sunday Love Feast, but the 40th wedding anniversary of Sachi Sutta parents. I can see you becoming emotional. I don't know if you are recollecting back that moment, but Krishna grant you a second chance. So like all the devotees, they are pastime with second chance, Ajamil Prabhu. So please take that second chance and make it count, make it worthwhile. And you're doing that by following nicely, coming to temple and always support us, Hare Krishna Study Center. Thank you very much to you and your family for all this support over the years. Please show some appreciation. And these are individuals we don't see around or on the front line or on the stage. But these are individuals who behind the scene getting things done. Like in Ramayana, there are many individuals who are behind the scene that to get things done. And these are some examples. So also we have among our gathering here, Harish Prabhu from India. Where is Harish Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Yeah, Harish Prabhu, could please stand. All those who remember Harish Prabhu, he coming all the way from India, and he were with us. So he visited us today, and he was one of our chief chef. So I just hope that he can instill some of those knowledge he have in cooking to each and every one of us. Harish Prabhu, it's a pleasure to have you with us again. Hare Krishna. And all those devotees who make this program special, make the program what it is today, thank you very much. And also, I would like to, there's an invitation, but there's an announcement here, a special announcement from, let's see, VHP Guyana. This is a sect of the Hindu committee. They're planning of having a Hanuman Chalisa recitation competition. So those who are desirous to enter that competition, reciting Hanuman Chalisa. And Hanuman, we know we cannot speak of Lord Rama without glorified Hanumanji. right? So Hanumanji is a very, very dear servant of Lord Hanuman, of Lord Ramachandra. And those who desires to enter that competition, those who desires to even not enter the competition but recite Hanuman Chalisa, you can contact us. You put your name on this form and we give it to Prabhu at the back there. Is there any family member who would like to extend greetings to Prabhu and Mataji here? You can do so. Oh. Okay, I will call. Sachisuta Prabhu, can you please come?
Hare Krishna. So I want to join with Sanjay Prabhu to thank each and every one of you for coming out this morning and to be here for the program. So just want to take this opportunity quickly on behalf of myself, my wife, my brothers, and my sister-in-laws to congratulate my parents, my father and mother on their 40th wedding anniversary. Haribo! Last week we were by Sanjay Prabhu and we were having 50th wedding anniversary for his parents. This week we are celebrating 40th wedding anniversary. Sanjay Prabhu says a big number and it means quite a bit. And I have, for the years that I lived in Creek, and even when I was out in road here, and my other brothers will agree with me, that my parents, they work very hard, from since they got married or even before that. They are farmers, and you can say how easy is the occupation of farming. Not many of us can sustain on farming, but they worked for many decades together. They went through thick and thin and to raise us and to help to support us, especially myself, to study, to go to university. And even though I was living in Temple, they were always a backbone of support to me and to the entire family. So I cannot forget that, and just want to say how grateful we are to have both of them still standing, going strong in health, and still positive, and went through many challenges also here and there, but who don't go through challenges these days? That's all part of life. But nevertheless, we are very happy that more and more they're coming closer to Krishna consciousness, trying to do more service, and trying to put their life in that direction, which is the best thing that can happen. That is what our desires are. So we pray to the Lordship, Shri Nitai Gaur Chandra here, Srila Prabhupada, all the Vaishnavas, the Vaishnavis, the entire devotee community of Guyana. Prabhupada Prabhu and his family, they are not here, but nevertheless they want to send their best wishes and congratulations, the both of you, on this great milestone. And we do hope that you can reflect and also think that what you would like to pursue in these upcoming years, as you continue your Grihastha life. So thank you all once again. Just a few things to add to what Sanjay Prabhu said. As you all know, the Navratri is ongoing and have a few days more. So as we are coming down to Navratri, and last week we would have highlighted this, that the temple has its usual fundraising initiative going on. And if you would like to assist and participate and support that, we will be very glad, we'll be very happy, because every year the temple has been doing that twice a year for Navratri and for Holi as well. And it usually requires a lot of investment in terms of self-help services, the workers, and so forth. But nevertheless, it will only be successful, it will only be profitable with your support. Also, Ram Navami program is on Tuesday. Ram Navami is 16th on Tuesday. So we will have a small program. Lord Ramachandra, he appeared at midday around this time, just after at noon. We'll have a small program with offerings and so forth in the temple room here, beginning from 10:30. So who can make it, you come for that. But because it's a working day, we have the main program in the evening, starting from 6 o'clock, right? So if you can make it to come 10:30, no worries. If you can come 6 o'clock, which I guess will be more convenient for many of the working folks, please join us here at 6 p.m. For a beautiful Ram Navami celebration. Also on Friday, it's Ekadashi, the 19th. So that's Ekadashi fasting. So thank you all very much once again. Let me don't hold you back from the lunch that is waiting for you downstairs. But in terms of the serving arrangement for today, when you go down, you can please take your seats, either if you sit on the mats or if you want to sit by the table, and we'll have some devotees will come out with the plates and the juices and the desserts and so forth to serve you. Thank you very much. Again, let us all give our prayers and blessings to my parents. Let us all chant one Mahamantra loudly for them. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just before you go, it slipped me very importantly. Today, last Tuesday, one of our devotee, Brigumuni Prabhu and Dawar Mataji, they lost their second son, passed away in Mahaika. Right now, as we are speaking, the funeral is ongoing. And we want to offer one Mahamantra. Devotees were there over the last few nights for week kirtan. Some devotees are there today in Mahaika by their home for the funeral. That's why we don't have a full house here. But we want to pray to Lord Krishna for the liberation, for the spiritual, for the journey of this beautiful son. He's a young man, a young adult, 46 years. His name is Balchan Prasad, the second son of Brigumuni Prabhu. You all know Uncle Sansan. Some people will say it Mahaika district. So let us all chant one Mahamantra for this son who is, for the safe and, the smooth onward journey of the soul. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. So we see you on Tuesday. Srila Prabhupada ki.